Hey everyone, welcome. Here we are with some beautiful slow down and stretch time. So you'll want your bolster today, a blanket. mm, that should be good. Bolster and a blanket. And we will start with the bolster widthwise across the mat. If you're laying down on your back, just stay down on your back and the bolster is going underneath the hips. Okay. So if you're not already on your back, just kind of scooch the bolster down so you can lay down with the back all the way flat. Your hips are on the mat to start, and then just do an easy bridge pose to get the bolster underneath the sacral bone. Shimmy your hip or your shoulder blades flat. And let your arms just relax out wherever is comfortable to start. Keep your knees bent and your feet on the mat, and let your hips just soften and sink down into the bolster. Notice the differences between the sides. Notice the distribution of weight between the sides. I know for myself, I feel a little heavier through the right side. So I personally need to bring awareness deep within my abdomen to mindfully shift tiny bits of weight and awareness to the left. But you notice what you notice for you. Maybe you've got your weight perfectly distributed right down the midline and nice and balanced on each side. But if you do notice imbalance anywhere, just do your best to subtly shift yourself into balance. And it's not generally like a physical movement of your hips per se. It's usually something deep within your body. Now from here, just shift your feet as wide as your yoga mat, and we'll let the right knee just start to slowly fall to the midline. So don't try to force it to the ground or anything. You're going to get a bit more of a stretch here because our hips are elevated. So just notice what you notice, but particularly in the hip flexor area, but also right behind that in the quadratus lumborum and the glute med area as well. You might even notice awareness in through your sacral bone. Now we'll bring the right knee back to the ceiling and let the left knee just gently drop in toward the midline. Notice any differences. I know for me, again, this feels a little bit tighter. Feels like I have less mobility on this side, but those things all change the more we move into it. So notice what's happening in the left side hip flexors, low back, outer hip, glutes. Notice any accompanying tension that may arise in the face or the jaw. Now let's come back to center with the left knee. Once again, right knee drops down. So this time, just put a tiny bit of effort into thinking about your right knee moving toward your left ankle. So it's not going to get there because you're not lifting your hips or anything. Just energetically think about that direction and then just let it go and soften. Notice any little shifts here. You may feel this now more down the midline of your back, but maybe not. And nice and easy, bring your right knee back up, and now we'll go down with the left. So let your left knee just drop nice and easy. And then put some effort into drawing the left kneecap toward the right toes. Once you find your edge of movement there, subtle movement, just pause and let everything soften as much as you can. Remember to breathe. And nice and easy. Release. Let the left knee come back up. One more time, let the right knee come down. And as the right knee does that same journey toward the left toes, let your left knee, just the tiniest bit, start to move into the midline. So it's not going to go far, but just a little bit in, and just hang out here. And we'll release, nice and easy. Both legs neutral. Left knee slowly falls to midline. Imagining kneecap moving to the right toes. Notice those subtle shifts. Soften into your edge and allow the right knee to gently fall to the midline. Breath in and out. And nice and easy, return to center. Just breathe all the way in. As you exhale, navel draws in, right knee floats in toward the chest. So just find that space there. Notice any muscular tension that might be hanging on, and bring the right foot back down to the mat. Right knee pulls in, stay stable through the hips. Right foot down. One more time on the right side, bring it in, and we're holding it here now. So your shoulder blades are flat, continue to draw your right knee in, and inch your left leg straight. Point your left toes away so you're active through both legs, and float your left leg off the mat. So really anchor the right knee in and the left toes away. Then bring your hands in front of your right shin or behind the thigh and draw the right knee in a little closer. You're still floating your left leg. Just breathe in and out. Shoulders stay relaxed gently. Let's lower the left heel down to the mat. Keep your toes, though, reaching forward. So don't let your leg externally rotate. Keep the toes rotating almost inward so you can reach the toes forward. The more your left toes reach away, your right knee pulls in. Beautiful. Now from here, slide your hands to the back of the thigh if they were on the shin, or the back of the knee. And start to reach your right toes away toward the top of your mat. The leg absolutely does not need to straighten. Just think about it. If it does become available, you could reach for your right foot. Again, your leg does not have to straighten. Think about the gentle inward rotation of the left thigh. And nice and easy. Release the right foot all the way down. Left heel drags in, that knee bends. Navel draws in, left knee pulls into the chest. Arms stay relaxed for this first bit. So find that action through your core as well to keep your hips stable on the bolster. Lengthen your right leg out. Reach the toes away and hover the foot, hover the leg. Bring your hands onto your left shin or behind the thigh, whatever feels easier for you this time, but keep the right leg hovering. Reach the toes away, and we'll let the right heel come down. Left knee continues to draw in. Remember to find that gentle inward rotation with the right leg so your toes can point straight forward. That can be really tricky here. You might find some little shakes. So the more your right toes reach away, the more your left knee can come in. Hands can come behind the left thigh or knee, and we work to extend that leg to your edge. Notice the differences between the sides. And of course, if it is available, you could reach your hands to your left foot, but again, no pressure. Just find that continuous reach in both directions. Breathe. And take your time, nice and easy. Let the left knee start to bend in. Drag your right heel along the ground, plant the foot, and then place your left foot down on the ground. Bring the inner edges of the feet together and let both of your knees open wide. We're not here for long. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring the knees back up, feet as wide as the yoga mat, knees fall in. Another breath in and out here. Let's bring knees neutral. Press into the feet to lift your hips just a bit higher than your bolster. Slide the bolster out. And then lower your hips down. And just notice how flat your back is toward the mat. Reach your fingers toward your knees and just bring your knees into your hands. Arms stay straight. Legs together, draw circles with your knees. Whatever direction you start is perfect. Cross your right ankle over your left. And reverse directions with your circles. Beautiful. Cross your left ankle over your right. Let your arms relax. Keep drawing circles. Circle the opposite way. Cross the right ankle over the left again. And then uncross the ankles and come to stillness. Lengthen the legs as the toes reach to the ceiling. Keep the inner line of the feet together, straightening your legs and pointing your toes as much as you can. Then just draw circles on the ceiling with your toes. And go the other way. Come back to center. Cross your right ankle over your left, still pointing toes, draw circles. Go the other way. Keep circling, switch the ankle cross. And reverse the circles. Nice. Come into stillness, undo the ankles, bend the knees. Lengthen the legs out, reach the fingers to the ceiling, breath in. As you breathe out, reach the hands to the feet, roll all the way up, breathe out. Look at how tall you are. Nice full inhale. And as we exhale, just lean to the left and pull your right foot back in a half hero. Now, if you'd like to turn around and face the front, go ahead. But definitely no pressure. If you need your blanket here, sit on your blanket, send it under your left butt cheek. We'll be doing bits of movement here, so just hang out for another breath. And exhale. Lean to the left again and bring your right leg forward. Okay. Notice if your right leg's a tiny bit longer already. Breathe in. Breathe out, lean to the left, bring your right leg once again back, half heroes. Now, turn to your right and bring your right hand behind you. Just hang out here. You could look back to your right foot or your right hand. Good. Now we'll come all the way back center. As we come center and lean to the left, undo the right leg, but step the right foot over left leg. Just hang out, breath in. And breath out, step the right foot back, half hero. Nice easy twist to the right. And then come to center. Hands behind you. You can stay right here, sitting tall. If available, you could practice bending the left knee. And just see how that feels. Then lengthen the left leg, drag the heel along the ground. Now you could stay right here. Maybe you can lower one elbow at a time. If not, don't stress about it. Be where you're at. Chest lifts to the ceiling, and then we can practice the same thing again. So drag your left heel in and just see how that feels. Puff your chest up. Lengthen your left leg down, drag the heel. Then we have one more here. So continue to breathe where you need to be. If it's available, you may lay your back all the way down. And we practice the same thing, drag the left heel in. If you are on your back, you have the option to pull the left knee toward the chest. If you are sitting up, continue to work the idea of your right shin pressing downward and your chest lifting upward so that you can really work the positioning of your pelvis to eventually free some more space in the inner line of the legs. If you are supine, take a moment to release left leg, let the heel drag along the ground to straight. We press the elbows into the mat to come up, and then we all come up onto hands, left leg is straight, come all the way up with your upper body, lean to the left, right leg sweeps all the way around to the outer side of the left leg. Hug it in and sit tall. We'll hug our left arm around our right leg and rotate to the right. You could look over your right shoulder. Breathe in and out here. And slowly we'll release. Half shoelace pose. So just shift the position of your right ankle so that the sole of the foot's facing back and the knee is facing forward. Of course, you can choose to keep the bottom leg straight in your half shoelace, or you could bend the bottom leg, in your full shoelace. Either one, super fantastic. Be where you need to be. We sit tall on a breath in. And on the breath out, you can stay sitting tall, or if available, just nice and easy, fold over the front legs. You could let your head relax to the top knee. Use your hands to keep the weight pushing to the hips. So if your weight shifts forward, just use your hands to push into the mat and push your weight back. Feel that nice long stretch through the outer line of the right leg, all the way up the spine, all the way up and into the third eye. And nice and easy. Bring your upper body up. Lean back just enough so you can easily under your legs and lengthen them out in front. Give the legs a little shake. And of course, using your blanket as you need along the ride. Leaning to the right, shift your left leg back, half hero, and just hang out. Notice if you need to make any shifts. And we'll just lean to the right, lengthen left leg forward. And again, you might notice now that your left leg's getting a little bit longer already. We'll lean back to the right. Left leg comes back again. And on this one, we can take a gentle twist to the left. Maybe just looking down to your left foot. Maybe over to the floor, to your knee, whatever feels easiest. Then nice and easy, just come back to center, lengthen the left leg out in front. And then we'll lean again. Come back to the half heroes. Come all the way to the twist. Beautiful. Now we start to face forward. Lean to the right to step the left foot over to the right side. We're just hanging out. Breathe in and out. Lean to the right. Come to half heroes on the left. Beautiful. So we're tall, hands could come behind. We drag the right heel in to bend the knee. And we lengthen the leg. Okay, so you can continue to practice that, and notice having the toes up makes it easier because it helps you integrate the strength happening through the hamstrings. So of course, all optional. If available, you could come down onto your elbows. Lift your chest. That's a big component here. Work the bending into your right knee again. Drag the heel along the mat. Wake up those correct muscles and lengthen the leg out. So again, you could work that, or if available, you can come all the way down onto your back and work the same action. Drag the right heel in. Then you could even pull the right knee into the chest, bringing the foot away from the ground. But this is a lot of opening in the hips and the hamstrings, in the legs. So be kind, because the whole process to getting here really gives amazing opportunity for reflection of the balance between the sides, and where you've got just a little bit more space to create. If you had the right knee in, mindfully, heel drags down along the mat to straight. We come up onto the elbows, Shimmy ourselves to a safe space. Plant the palms to lift the chest. Lean to the right. Sweep the left leg all the way up and over and around. Plant the foot. Right arm hugs around as we rotate to the left. Left hand behind the body. Feel all that beautiful opening in your half Lord of the Fishes pose. Breathe in and out. And we'll look forward. Shifting into half shoelace. So adjust your left knee to face forward, the foot to face back. The knee stacks on the right leg. And optional to stay exactly here or move into your full shoelace on the other side. And each side may be different. So just be where you need to today, honoring your body and your practice. Sit tall where you are. Enjoy this inner space. Anchor the hips down and exhale. Fold over the front legs to your edge. Maybe even the forehead relaxes to the top knee. And for me, that action really highlights the tension in my IT pants on the left side today. But, you know, it also highlights some other areas of length and spaciousness. So notice what you notice. Ease any tension out of your jaw. And nice and easy. Come all the way up. Lean back enough to undo your legs out to straight. Give them a lovely little shake. Beautiful. All right, from here, bend through the knees, turn yourself around, and lay back down. Shoulder blades are flat. Bring your arms out in a cactus position. And cross your right thigh over your left. Let the knees gently fall to the right as you look to the left. Knees come to center and to the left as you look to the right. And then just keep doing that back and forth. And at any time you go through this, you might feel the need to like do a yawn or stretch it out even more. Let that happen. That's your body's natural response of pandiculation, which helps your body and your brain integrate what's happening now. And likely there's some tension that's been hiding for a long time in the hips, and your body is open and ready to receive, right? So let it happen. Pull it in. Let your practice from today integrate. We opened so many spaces in the hips, but in a very specific and slow way. And nice and easy. Just make your way back to center. We'll undo the legs so we can switch it up. Left thigh over the right. And we'll start with the knees gently dropping left. And we look to the right. And back to center. Nice and smooth. Knees drop to the right as we look to the left. And continue going back and forth between the sides. And notice if you can smooth out any movements that feel fast or kind of like jerky or rigid, and smooth it out. So as you're going through this too, can you pay attention to all the spaces on the back of your sacral bone that are touching the ground? And like the whole back of the hips, the outer hips. Can you notice all those spaces touch the ground? And nice and easy. Make your way back to center. Undo through the legs. Neutral hips. Hands reach to the kneecaps, knees into the hands. Cross right ankle over the left. Circle with the knees. Cross left ankle over right. Keep circling, same direction. And then switch directions. Circle the opposite way. Keep circling this way, but cross right ankle over left. Good, now we'll do that hands free, so arms down, cactus. Keep circling the knees. Right ankle is over the left. Cross left over right. Reverse your circles. Nice and easy through the breath. Cross right ankle over left. And come all the way to stillness. Soles of the feet come down, uncrossing the ankles. Breathe in and out. And then just drag your right leg straight and your left leg straight. Let your arms relax down by the sides, however is comfortable for you. Shoulder blades are flat. Neck is long. Closing down through eyes. Really nice and easy. Look over to the right and point your left toes as you do it. Then release, come to center. Head rolls to the left. Point your right toes. And just do that back and forth a couple more times. So you're rolling your head and just adding a little extra stretch with the pointing of the toes. And come back to center. Soften here. Observe the breath moving from the toes to the crown, and the crown back down. Notice the length through your entire body. Notice every part of you contacting the ground and the mat, receiving the support of those structures. Feel how tall you are and how much space you're taking up. And on your next inhale, let's reach the arms overhead. Enjoy a long stretch and reach. And release. Dragging the heels along the mat to bring the knees in for an easy hug. Rock side to side. Again, if you want to do any little circles, go for it. Eventually, just roll it over to the right and press yourself up into a seat. Let's bring the palms to Anjali Mudra and notice all of that incredible space you have in your hips, in your legs, in your core, your spine, your mind, and in your heart. Let's draw a full breath in of loving gratitude into ourselves and a full breath out of loving gratitude for everyone else. And thank you for our practice today. Namaste. Oh la la. And I sure hope your hips feel super happy and, relaxed and all those good things. Sending you a wonderful rest of your day. And thanks for being here, everyone. See you again soon. Bye.